Mel kind of share his story, because her story is amazing. Like you were sharing how
Really? Thank you.
you started and how, but I'll let you
It's
kind
kind
of
of not really complicated, but I've always been in love with crystals. I've been doing before I even knew it was Crystal Reiki. I was doing what we called crystal therapy or crystal energy healing, which is just connecting to the vibrations of the crystals, just like our bodies, just like the earth. All matter has energy, all matter has vibrations.
Right.
And so crystals come from the earth, and so they have their own unique vibration based on their color, based on their size, based on their shape. And by following their chakra system, you can use crystals to help fine-tune your health, rebalance your chakras, rebalance your energy by connecting with the vibrations with the crystals and laying them on the body. It connects with the vibration in your body. And through, I don't know what we call it, entrainment or resonance, when things vibrate at different speeds, different frequencies, in a matter of time, they'll start vibrating together and resonate, and then becoming in harmony. And that's what I try to do with the crystals. And believe it or not, the singing bowls follow the same pattern. Sound is vibration. Sound is energy. Everything vibrates in the end. So even on a cellular level, our atoms are vibrating at different frequencies very fast. And so these are the chakra bowls. They represent the 7 chakras also. When I play them over the body and play them on the body, believe it or not, they help balance your frequency, balance the vibrations of each chakra by either adding a vibration to it or taking out vibration to it, depending on what is needed at the time. Believe it or not, I'm just a puppet. The bowls tell me where they want to go. The bowls tell me what you need, and at the end, I tell you what the bowls told me.
And that's what I found was really interesting. And I kind of then observed a little bit onto how you do, and it's just like how it is. It's almost like you're the vessel, and they kind of tell you, and then there's this kind of like unspoken, connection that takes place where you're just in this flow, right?
Yeah,
like
so
it
just that kind of zone. And yes, I start off with certain protocols and certain practices in the beginning, but then when I'm in the middle of the session, I just go where the crystals tell me to go, where the bowls tell me to go. And as needed, the body's energy is changing throughout the session, the bowl's energy is following through. And at the end, I try to get everything to harmonize together and in sync. So you leave here balanced from head to toe, crown chakra to root chakra, even the earth star foot chakras, all balanced from head to toe. So you feel most people, like you said, feel less anxiety, less stress, like all the emotional baggage have just been lifted off. And, feel much better.
And I think you had an experience where you were being called to just want to do this more and more, and before you know it, it's like you were just being called to where, I think, how was it you mentioned like
believe it or not, like I said, I've been doing crystals. I've been involved with crystals for way over 10 years. They always had a calling to them, but I hadn't started playing the singing bowls recently until maybe about 2 years ago. I got certified only 2 years ago. I was at a time 2 years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. I've had a very stressful job. My life, home and at the work, was just really stressful, and I was having high anxiety between my health and work and not sleeping right. And so I was looking for more alternative forms of meditation, because I was having a hard time meditating on my own, even though I had crystals and all that. I was still not sleeping right, and my health was deteriorating. So I was looking for researching more assisted forms of meditation, and of course sound baths started coming up recently. They're becoming more trendy, more popular, and I kept telling myself, I need to have a sound bath. It was like this annoying voice in my head, if you want to call it a calling a voice in your head. It just wouldn't shut up. Just, you need to do a sound bath. You need to do a sound bath. You'll feel better. You need to do a sound bath. So finally, eventually, when I went to my first singing bowl sound bath, it was just, I just fell in love automatically. After my first session with the singing bowl, like all the stress I felt from the day just kind of melted off. And it's the first time I felt energized and upbeat and like really happy in a long time. And so I went back the next week to the same practitioner, the sound healing practitioner. I went for another session, and I kept going week after week. And then after the 4th week, I was just like, I need to learn how to do this for myself. Like, I can't afford to keep seeing you every week. This is amazing. I haven't felt this good in so long, and I need to learn how to do this for my own health and my own sanity. And I asked her, can you please teach me? I'll pay you. And she was just like, no, I don't teach, but my teacher is still teaching. If you want, look her up. Her name was Catherine Hamer. And I looked her up the next day, signed up for her next session, and the rest is history. Changed my life forever.
That's awesome. And I remember you mentioned that you tried other types of like the gong ones, but they were a little bit, right?
Like I said, when I get into this annoying voice in my head, keep trying sound bath. Keep trying sound bath. So my first sound bath I went to was a gong sound bath. But I don't know if you've ever been to a gong sound bath. The gong is a very high vibrational instrument and very strong. That will clear out any type of energy in a room. It was very powerful. Yeah. And, you know, every sound practitioner is different, you know, based on, just like every Reiki practitioner is different, every crystal healer is different. How they practice, how they use their instruments as tools is very different. I think the gong player I went to at that time was very insistent on clearing out negative energy. It was very powerful. And it was like boom, 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 boom. So loud for like an hour straight.
Oh my God.
By the end, my head was just nonstop vibrating. It was just too much for me. I felt even more anxiety at the end. And then, I was like, something told me not to give up. Keep trying the sound bath. Keep trying the sound bath. So then I tried a crystal singing bowl sound bath. You think I would like the crystal singing bowls because I love crystals so much that, you know, crystal singing bowls are basically crystals formed in the shape of bowls that you can play. But the crystals are, I guess because they're man-made or I'm not man-made, machine-made, they're just like too perfect. The note is too perfect that it's very piercing and sharp, and it's almost like if you ever heard a crystal singing bowl ring, it's very sharp and piercing.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And it could shatter glass actually if you play it certain loud and certain bowls are really high in pitch and frequency. That but after an hour crystal singing bowl sound bath with the thing like the gong was just too high pitch. At the end it was like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. I couldn't run out of there fast enough, and it was like, oh my goodness, I don't like sound baths. What's wrong with me? And then something told me try one more time. Try the Tibetan singing bowl sound baths, and so I did. I found this woman that kind of lived near my house, and she was doing sessions with the Tibetan singing bowls in her living room in the evenings after work, and I was like, okay, this is perfect timing, walking distance, I have no excuse. And so when I went, like I said, the first time I went, I even got there late. I was so stressed out from work. I was like rushing, getting there. She just told me just to lie down. No introduction, just lie down in front of the bowls. And then she started playing. In like 5 minutes, I was just like, like that deep breath, just kind of like,
Yeah.
Everything just came out, and it was like, I didn't fall asleep, but some people fall asleep during a sound bath with the Tibetan bowls because they're just so soothing and harmonic and melodic at the same time. Like a gong is just one note at the same time, boom, 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 which is kind of like the drum. It's nice. You get that vibration, you get that beat going. It really clear energy, but the difference between a Tibetan singing bowl sound bath is more, I consider like a concert almost. It's more melodic. I try to pick my bowl set to follow like the harmonic scale, like playing a piano from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They all go in a note. So when I'm playing, each note, you can tell the difference between each bowl and each sound. Each chakra sounds a different way when I play the bowl on it based on, its frequency and the bowl's frequency.
And that's, I think, important because many people that try these type of experiences and they tend to have like, oh, I reacted so bad, or, oh my God, I didn't like that. And then a lot of people kind of give up, or then they stop, and then they're like, oh, I tried it, I didn't like it. And it's important, I think, like in your journey, you didn't give up.
It was like a calling, because it was this annoying voice, even though I thought I wanted to give up, especially after the crystal singing bowl. It was like, I'm so disappointed. I thought I would love it because I love crystals and just, I love crystal singing bowls, don't get me wrong. I might actually combine later on. They're just good for clearing out energy, just like the gong. They're so powerful. But these are more soothing and more relaxing. You want to get someone relaxed in a session. You don't want to just immediately bombard them with this high frequency and this high energy and clear everything out. It's just a little too abrasive almost. It's a little too aggressive.
And it's good to know like what's good for what and for what person, because some people can benefit from that, and some people are like, oh, it's a little too much. And that goes, I think, with any healing modality, with any chiropractor also. There are, for example, in chiropractic, there are literally thousands of techniques and approaches. Not all of them are meant for everybody. So when I take care of people, if I see someone who comes in and they just are desiring this traditional crack pop, I tell them, hey, there's my friend down the street. He does that. He's awesome. And so it's important to know as a client, as a patient, what may be good for you. And literally sometimes it takes trial and error. because we're all so unique. There isn't one thing for everybody. There isn't one crystal for everybody, right? Like, so everything is just so specific to